Hello, welcome to the unscheduled live show. Figured if I'm going to be up watching the World Series, I might as well do a live show here for you guys. Let some people file in here. Very solid start. Honestly, I looked away from the TV for a minute and I looked back and I saw Castellanos doing that diving catch, and I was like, why are they showing a replay of Game 1 in the ninth inning? Like, why did they show a replay in the middle of the game? And I realized, oh God, that's actually from tonight. Anyways, more Best Buy price guesses. Yeah, I guess we can do that. I don't know where I left it from the last time. I'll look for that in a second. I'll wait for a commercial. Yeah, welcome to the impromptu live show here for the Phillies. Bit of a bummer. For those of you who don't know, there's a little bit of, I don't know if you want to call it drama from last night. If you want to feel bad specifically for Astros fans. A lot of people, that had to fly into town and only got a ticket for one game, paid for parking, paid for the rental car, paid for concessions, got into the stands and everything. And, oh, by the way, the game's a half hour from start and the game's canceled. We're moving it to Thursday night instead. I mean, that's a bit of a pisser. And the forecast for the weather yesterday, and those of you who don't know, the game was canceled yesterday and rescheduled to Thursday. And it's weird how it's not tonight. Tonight isn't the canceled game. The canceled game then moves to Thursday, whatever. And then there's the off day now on Friday. Anyways, bottom line is a lot of people are pissed off that they paid for parking, which in some lots around the stadium was, from what I've heard, $60 to $100. You don't get a refund on that if you go in, park, and go into the stadium and the game gets canceled. So you're beat with the concessions you bought. You beat with the ticket you bought. If you can't make it back to the rescheduled game, you're beat. So yeah, I can understand people being pissed with that. And anyways, let's focus back on the game here. Kyle Schwarber, let's get a home run in this series. Right on base. Which means as long as no one gets thrown out on base, we don't have a double play turned, we'll see Bryce Harper at bat in this inning. It's a very rare thing that Bryce Harper actually gets to bat with multiple people on the base. So let's see if we can actually get more than one person on base here. Anyways, did the Eagles win the World Series? No. Let's go Phils. The young and the grassless. Hello. The young and the grassless with the Ukrainian flag. Okay. Wish the Eagles could have traded for Kareem Hunt. Yeah, well, I think the Eagles are still well-rounded enough that they're not sweating to trade for someone like Kareem Hunt or Christian McCaffrey or whoever else was out there. They got some solid pickups regardless. This ain't about football. It's going to be crazy. There's going to be a World Series game and an NFL game on here in regarding two Philadelphia teams on Thursday night. Originally, there was no World Series game, but as I mentioned earlier, the cancellation from last night, the rain delay, the rain postponement, whatever, means there's now a game on Thursday night. So you're going to have the Phillies going head-to-head with the Eagles, an undefeated Eagles team. As thrilled as I am about the Phillies in the World Series, I mean, it depends. Like if it's a potential, series clinching winning game for the Phillies, I'll be a lot more interested. But I'm sorry, I'm still about that football life. So there's going to be channel flipping. The Phillies win the World Series. You should do the one chip challenge. Oh, please. I'll do the one chip. I'll do the 10 chip challenge. I live for spice. Anyway, I have a stupid name. Oh, I didn't even realize that was your name. I literally thought that was a comment you typed, and then I see the LO after it. Okay, Jesus. Welcome to the internet, Archfiend. I thought you were saying like the young and grassless to me, and then there was like a Ukrainian flag, and I thought the Ukrainian flag was your comment, but then I see the LO after it now. A stupid name, I know. Thoughts on the Blue Jays? Don't really care about the AL East. They're unfortunately in the tough division in all of baseball, even though, I mean, people say, well, what about the NL East? They had 200-win teams and a team that didn't even get 100 wins and made it to the World Series. I still think the AL East is the end-all, be-all division in baseball, but that's just me. If you guys have noticed, my voice is a little hoarse. I actually lost my voice because I was screaming with a bunch of people on Friday night about Game 1 and how the Phillies ended that game in extra innings. My God, that was one of the most exciting, regardless of the Phillies winning, one of the most exciting World Series games I've ever seen. But again, that's just me, the Phillies homer. JT Realmuto, let's do something beyond what you did in the last game. But you did have the home run in the 10th inning, so I will love you forever for that. I'll look for the Best Buy catalog on the first commercial here for those of you who didn't hear that earlier. Feel free to ask anything, because baseball is a type of sport where you don't have to. I don't feel the need to pay attention to it that meticulously as I do with football. One thing I do want to address, what's your favorite type of baseball? The kind that the Phillies are in. There's still a lot of hate for the Houston Astros, and understandably. And of course, I still am one of the guys that doesn't acknowledge their World Series from 2017 or whatever. But I'm also someone that, again, has a reluctant respect for them. Like, I will never be happy to see someone like Altuve and Bregman get a World Series, an official World Series victory. And I don't want it to be over my damn team that they do it to, mainly because of their attitude and what they did during the string of cheating. Altuve specifically, Bregman for more of what he said after they got caught for cheating, telling people, move on, it's in the past, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, bitch, we're just digesting this right now. Don't tell us to shut up about it. So I can't respect like those two men specifically who are still both on the team. And seeing Bregman hit that home run in game 2 made me want to vomit. But it's now to the point where it's just like, these guys are battling through all that shit. Again, deserved criticism. They deserve to be called cheaters and whatnot until the day that they're 6 feet under. But man, in the face of all that, year after year after year, this is their 3rd World Series they've been in since they got caught cheating. Well, technically they got caught after the the World Series with the Nationals. Like they weren't exposed for the cheating yet, but like, it's nuts. This is the 3rd NL East team they've played in the World Series since their asterisk title in 2017. So the point being is, I get all the cheating and stuff like that, but man, you got to be some kind of group of athletes to get all that shunning thrown at you. Because even players in baseball, like, baseball is this big union of, like, stick up for the men in uniform type attitude. But I mean, you had guys like Mike Trout even throwing shade on the Astros for what they did, and many other players. Like Mike Trout, the biggest name in the game, is saying, yeah, I wish I knew what every pitch was coming. It would be a lot more interesting. Like him just saying, like, what a bunch of assholes. I don't respect them for what they did, which is paraphrasing what he said, or basically simplifying what he really meant to say. Okay, Harper's at bat. Let's just I I love what Bryce Harper has done to get us here. But man, show up a little bit more in the World Series now, buddy. Show up a little bit more. I know you got an RBI in game one, but in game two was a rather anemic performance. But hey, we're allowed to have cold games. But anyways, surmising my previous point about the Astros, it's incredible that they can still play at this much of a winning level when I'm sorry. I just get silent. I have nothing to do other than get silent when I am in the presence of a god. Okay. So those of you who aren't watching the World Series, Bryce Harper just dropped a Bryce bomb into the 10th row. Phillies up 2-0 over the Houston Asterix. Like first pitch, and he's just like, "No, I came here to play tonight. I don't know if you guys got the memo, but I came to play tonight. Here's a souvenir." What the hell? Who's he yelling at there? What was that? It looked like he was yelling straight he's yelling at Bohm, but the camera was lined up like right over Bohm's head, like he was talking to the cameraman, saying, "Hey, come here." Oh my gosh. Oh, and on a side note, Houston, your crowd is weak. Your crowd, that crowd shows up when something actually happens. It was just there's no vibrant energy in those games until the Astros actually started to do something. That's just lame. That's Fugazi fans. Anyways, they cheer for a fake title in that town, so screw them. And there's Castellanos with his tremendous, he's hitting 220 because he got 3 hits in one game against the Braves, and so the reason why his batting average is above the Mendoza line. Wow. I got my live reaction to a Bryce Harper 2-run home run. Oh. Okay. Yes, he is the greatest baseball player of all time. Oh, my bad. Oh, I thought you meant the great Bambi. Okay. I'm a little behind watching the live stream on YouTube, assuming you're watching it on actual TV. Yes. Why don't I should do what I did last time where I hold on. Sorry. Just opening the feed for the chat. Oh, I'm supposed to be finding the Best Buy catalog here. Live right now. Open. There we go. Oops. Turn that down. All right. All right. I got the chat on my phone now. Let me charge over there. All right. Let me see if I find the Best Buy catalog real quick. Look what I found. Did you guys know that you actually get a ring for just making it to the World Series? This is the Phillies 1994 yearbook, and this is their 1993 division conference championship, NLCS championship ring. Hey, okay, here we go. We'll do this first. I got my finger over it. What is the concession price for the 1994 yearbook for the Philadelphia Phillies? How much would you pay? $20, $50, $100. We'll see how in tune everyone is for guessing later with the Best Buy catalog, which I have right here, by the way. There we go. That's a sweet ass ring. Yeah, I know. Could you imagine, like, would you really wear that with like any pride? Like, what's that ring for? Ring's for making it to the World Series. That's the ring you get for winning the World? No, that's what you get if you lose the World Series. Oh, cool ring. Anyways, how much do you think this went for in 1994? Oh my God, Lenny Dykstra, John Kruk. Look how thin John Kruk is right there. Look at that. My gosh. 99 cents. No, I'm just going to show it. It is $7 American dollars. Let's see here. I know in this, pictures from the World Series against Toronto. Let me just rip these pages out. I know there's a page in here where they show how they went from worst to first. For those of you who don't know, the 1993 Phillies finished dead last in 1992 and rose like the phoenix out of the ashes that they were. I know the damn standings are in here somewhere. Bloody hell. Where is it? God, for crying out loud. This is entertaining, Archfiend. Just keep doing this for the next 5 hours. Looking through a book. Oh. The Houston out machine. There's going to be a hit now. I just jinxed that. Oh, candid family pictures. Where's John Kruk at? Ricky Jordan. Where have you been? Dave Hollins. Mariano Duncan. Mike Lieberthal. Everyone else has like pictures with their family except Mike Lieberthal. He gets a picture with his dog. So they got candid family pictures of everyone. Poor Mike Lieberthal. Oh my God, Lenny Dykstra is like, this is like a backup for like his mug shot. Okay, so apparently I made it up. Like, I could have sworn. Oh my God, I remember that yellow ring of general admission at the top. Boy, if you've ever wanted to get pissed or vomited on in your life, you park your butt in that yellow section of Veterans Stadium. Okay, so apparently I don't remember this magazine showing the worst to first record, so there we go. Concludes that completely wasteful portion of the live broadcast. Heathcliff Slocum. Is that a tight porn name or what? I could have sworn for the life of me there was a page that showed their schedules going. Okay, fine. Forget it. I made it up. The Phillies finished first every year for the past 50 years. Anyway. Okay. Have you ever found the Phillies fanatic attractive? Of course. Do I smoke weed? No. Smoking's for or drugs are for, I forget, what did that commercial say? All right. I wonder who James Rolfe is rooting for. Just kidding, man. Thoughts on WWE? Still have yet to watch it until they fire Kevin Dunn. I won't give it a chance because I tried watching it after Vince quit because he was the biggest piece of shit in that industry that I didn't want to give any of my time and attention to. I tried watching it that first Raw, and it was right to the camera cut. Yeah, out. I don't care how good the product is. I can't watch that stupid, overproduced camera cut shit. It's unwatchable. This is a shame because some of the best wrestlers in the world are on that company, and I won't give it a time of day till Kevin Dunn gets his ass out of town, fired, whatever. And the booking of Roman Reigns, like I haven't watched it in years, but I hear enough people talking and giving their thoughts about Roman Reigns' run. He's basically gone through everyone to the point that it's not feasible for him to be beaten by anyone right now. There's no other established star in the company. He knows he messed up, period. Probably not where he wanted to put the pitch. You could tell by his reaction after that ball was launched into the stratosphere. Sorry, I use voice to text. And then I look at it afterwards and go, oh, it said that word wrong. It said that word wrong. It said that word wrong. A friend of mine's talking about, why would they put the pitch anywhere near the middle for Bryce Harper? I think it was just a pitch that just completely missed the location on, because that was just a pitch that Bryce Harper looks to eat up and annihilate. And judging by his reaction, like a little spoiled brat on the mound throwing a bitch fit, you could tell that's not where he wanted the pitch to go. Anyway, Houston on the verge of doing some damage. Oh, let me keep chat on my phone. YouTube equivalent of jump cut. Yeah, pretty much. Do big dogs on YouTube still use jump cuts? I'd assume so. I mean, I've gotten more comfortable to them being used within reason. I mean, someone like Charlie Moist Critical, does cuts every now and then in his videos where he's just sitting there talking. Not really jump cuts. Like the jump cuts that I can't stand is like, I'm over here, cut, start. Now I'm over here. Now I'm up here. Like that mental inferiority is like the stuff I cannot stand. By the way, we are about to be in big trouble if we don't get out of this inning. Interesting they went with Ranger Suarez, because I thought they were honestly going to give Syndergaard the start tonight, because that's who was planned to start last night. Especially since Syndergaard pitched it. I mean, Suarez pitched in game 1. I mean, only an inning, but still. Syndergaard, he hasn't pitched since is it game 3 against the Padres? Yeah. Anyway. Charlie's video smoothly with jump cuts, almost unnoticeable. Yeah. I noticed this today is that Charlie, Moist Critical, still uses that that attached like earpiece, like it's like to like an old Walkman or something. Um, like he doesn't upgrade to like some sort of like Bluetooth device or whatever. Like he still uses that hardwire. It always comes down and hangs, and like the wires are kind of tangled up. It's like he's like, I don't care if this looks any sort of unprofessional. It's just what I do. It's what I've always done, and I keep doing it. Anyways, just found it interesting. You miss Penguin Zero's original content. His stuff was hilarious. I still think he's still very entertaining. Heard Charlie uses his cell phone to record himself. Really? That's what I use. Well, technically, I'm using a notebook computer tonight, but yeah. Still got the crappy mic, even though he's more than rich to upgrade. I've noticed that ever since that, specifically ever since that Twitch leak came out about the earnings of like Twitch people, that not that he's like flexing his wealth, but all of a sudden like stuff like started to like appear in his room to make it look like, like I got a little bit of coin to spare and I buy some neat things for myself. Like his room went from just staring at just straight white wall in the background to just like, all these little intricate items all over the place and Pokemon card collections and Godsmack artwork and whatnot. And again, I'm not criticizing him for it, but it's like he's always been very humble about what he made. But once that Twitch leak came out about what their top earners make, and it showed that he is a multiple time over millionaire, it's just like, yeah, well, the cat's out of the bag. I'm going to look like I got some money now. And stuff like that started appearing where he was just very humble about that for so long. And again, not criticizing the guy for it, but it's just interesting because I feel that's where he really turned the corner of like, throwing out his stuff out there. Outfit of a Chad. Yeah, he also wears the same clothes, white shirt, basketball shorts, and flip-flops. Yeah, he does. I don't think I've ever seen him in, well, he lives in Florida. I was going to say, I've never seen him in like a jacket or anything like that. So, I mean, there might be 2 days a year that weren't actually wearing something of a long sleeve nature. But yeah, he's always in basketball shorts, and it's the generic white t-shirt. Hey, what about this? If you had to choose between being a top sign... Alec Boehm, welcome to the home run club of the postseason. Jesus, is this gonna be like one of those nights that the Phillies just explode for like 5 or 6 home runs? Because again, that's what got them to the dance. And this series, the only home run so far before tonight in the first 2 games was the Real Muto 10th inning home run. Shit. Sending a statement right away, guys. Damn. Let's go. Let's go. What was the question about being a scientist? Okay. What about this? If you had to choose between being the top scientist in your field or getting mad cow disease, what would it be? I don't know if that's an inside joke to something else, but okay. Clearly, I'd rather have mad cow disease. It's funny because not too long ago, he was worried about going bankrupt. Was he really? I mean, one thing I must say is like, I don't know how much Charlie shares his wealth with, specifically during like his live broadcast. He seems to have a lot of like guys in his fold, for lack of a better term. So I don't know. I don't know how much he splits. It's none of my business anyway. How much he splits his wealth and earnings with guys like that. Because that's why I've often wondered how much James Rolfe gives to those Screenwave guys. Which, by the way, if you notice, they've been non-existent on the physical presence on his channel. I couldn't even tell you the last time. By the way, the Doom AVGN episode. Again, as much as I dislike James, like I still watch his content. I still, hope to see stuff that's good again. That Doom episode of The Aggravated Governor was I would say one of the best in like the last 2-3 years. Don't know if you guys saw it, but anyways, yeah. Which I like when he does more nostalgic things like that, because like it's like, okay, he starts talking about the original Doom for PC, and it's like, well, that game's awesome. Like, what is he going to tear into? And then you realize it diverges into like, oh, okay, now he's doing Doom on 32X and Sega Saturn. It's like, oh, okay, now we're getting into the shit. And it just goes to show, like, Doom is a very unique game in that it was like the game to have in the early 90s. And every console was like, well, we can do that game too. And everyone's like, no, you're ruining it. Stop. But anyways, Screenwave Media guys, where are you at? Behind the scenes where you belong. That's where you should stay. But it does make me wonder how much James is pissed away paying those guys. And he just, again, as I've documented in the past before, just a terrible financial judgment. I think he's one of the most terrible financial-minded individuals that I've seen. Again, I'm not as an accountant. I don't know his exact expenditures. But when something like that movie came up, the fact that he had to eBay to finance it and not just have just an insane amount of money to just make whatever type of production he wanted just goes to show how much he squandered being what to that point in time was one of the top 5 things in all of the internet. And it's not like being in that rank back then was something that you shouldn't be, you should just be scraping by. But it just blows my mind that he had such a big thing and didn't really have that much to show from it. Because he had to eBay to make a very C-level movie. Anyways, I already ranted enough about him throughout the years. Could be worse. Could be Boogie, who spent it all on crypto. Sorry. I'm like having conversations with people here. We're all jazzed here in Philadelphia, so bear with me, guys. Boogie spending the money on crypto, like, and I don't know if you saw his video about Halloween today, but now all of a sudden, several times he mentions how oops, hold on. No way. Oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. We'll get back to Boogie and his stupid crypto shit. Okay, good. I was worried if that actually hit the not quite home run area, but it did. Okay. Jesus. Phils are undefeated at home in the playoffs. Just saying. So like, are the Astros going to seriously leave this guy in? He's got taken yard 3 times already. I mean, oh, it was a solid 83-mile-per-hour slider. I'd leave him in. He's doing good. I think he'll actually start playing better. They should leave him in. I mean, come on, the 9-hole hitter just got a home run off you. What are you doing, Houston? Oh man. Laughing my ass off hearing "Let's Go Brandon" in the crowd. Did you, I don't know if any of you guys watching the Eagles game, there were so many "Let's Go Phillies" chants that broke out at the game. Not that I'm complaining, but it just goes to show you how hot shit is right now in Philly. If only the Phillies could hit a home run right on Ted Cruz's blobfish face. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's a clearly home run. I mean, the poor kid didn't catch the ball, but it's a home run. Been a fan since the long box Tetris days. Wham. Damn, Mike P. That's a long ass time. God, you're still here. Glad you're still here. No, I like the first way better. How I feel about the irate gamer these days. Is he even still around anymore? I have no clue. I have no clue if he's still making content. I know he's irate gamer Neo, transitioned to that a couple years ago. But other than that, that's the most I could tell you. Oh yeah, okay. Oh God, I got all these home runs are getting me distracted from the Boogie conversation. Boogie in his Halloween video today, where he's showing his decorations, and by the way, it was some of the most awkward and cringy moments of like him like dressed up as like some like psycho surgeon with a chainsaw, and like talking to the kids that are coming to his door, and the majority of the kids gave him like no attention at all. Just like, okay, I'm taking the candy and leaving. And I either just another side thing. Either Boogie lives in the busiest, most high trafficked Halloween area ever, but he had one of those big ass tubs. It's like wider than your shoulders that like you put like ice and beers in, and like you bring to the beach or the backyard, whatever. You could fit like a 24 pack of beer in it, beer bottles. Anyway, he had this filled with all these like little candies and stuff. And you see at one point he tells the kid to take 2 pieces, and he shows this thing filled with candy. And he mentions later in the video, this is the second time we've had to fill this up. And it's like the kids are taking 2 pieces of candy. Like, are you getting like 1,000 people at your house? Like my area is pretty busy here, and we get like 100 kids, and that's insanely busy on Halloween night. But anyway, we can all draw our own conclusions about what happens to the candy here. It's a mystery that may never be solved, but we can draw our own conclusions. But anyway, the real thing I want to mention from that video is he said 2 separate times about how he's going to have to sell some items because he won't be able to stay in that house potentially in the future. And like he kind of teased it, like he kind of threw it out there. It's like, oh, magically he's all of a sudden saying how like he can't afford his house. Like just all this sympathy shit is just pouring out the wazoo. Anyways, if you want to buy some of Boogie's Halloween decorations, he's saying how like I might have to sell this guy. This might be the last Halloween I'm using him. Oh, it's just all this sympathy shit, and I'm just like, I mean, I'm watching him to be entertained because I love car crashes, especially people that crash their car, that are driving what is the $4 million Maserati, correlating to him having 4 million subscribers, and just wrecking that shit from just utter carelessness, just saying like, I'm going to drive this car with my feet and see how it goes. Like, that's what Boogie is. Boogie's the equivalent of driving a $4 million Maserati. Not that they get that expensive. Him driving it with his feet. And you're just sitting there like, hell yeah, I'm going to watch this. Shit. Let me see. Oh shit! He just ran over a bunch of kids at the bus stop. Oh, what else he could do? Oh my god! He hit that church and it just caught on fire during Sunday service. Oh my god! This is great. Look at all this stuff that's happening. Not that it's great for kids to get run over. Not that it's great for a church to burst into flames. Anyway, you get my point. I'm just like, to the point. I'm like, how long can people that are genuinely entertained by him put up with that shit? Oh my god! Is every video going to be like, oh, I didn't lose as much weight as I thought this month. Oh, I might have to ask for more money. Oh, crypto got me. Oh, listen to stupid McJugger nuggets. Like, God, just go. At this point, just go broke. I don't wish for people to go broke, but it's inevitable that this guy is going to go for broke. Literally, he's going to go for broke. That's like the only way this ends. And the fact that he thinks, as halfway intelligent as he is, the fact that he's going the e-begging route, like, when has that ever been successful? Like, yes, you have like a dark side Phil that has survived by treading water, but the amount of money that Boogie needs to function at a sane level is a lot more than dark side Phil, in all honesty. Boogie needs all sorts of meds and medical insurance to pay costs of things to keep him functional as a human being, that someone like a dark side Phil wouldn't necessarily need. I don't know if he's got something, dark side's got some sort of diagnosis. Anyway, again, I'm not his doctor. Anyway, but it's just like, I just don't understand how he has any fans left. Like how he has more than 10. I don't get it. It's just, oh my gosh, just a generic video showing his damn house at Halloween turns into a multiple noted moment of, oh, this might be the last time I'm at this house. I might have to sell in the near future. Like, oh my God, we're going to pull that card out now? Guys, I might not be able to live in my 3-bedroom place. Oh, okay, so what? You have to move into a apartment and live within your means? Oh, shit. Anything but that. Take my money, Boogie. Like, I don't know how his audience isn't just all screaming that. Like, I swear, if I made a video like that, sincere, saying like, guys, I might lose this house. If I can't get more money, I might have to downgrade into a much smaller place. Okay, that's the way the world works. When you live beyond your means, you move to a better means, but you remain in a livable situation. It's one thing if I said, I'm going to be out on the street, or Boogie's going to be out on the street. Like, okay, that's a whole different thing. But it's like, damn, man, you're just talking about downsizing your place? Like, oh, poor you. Oh, my gosh. If there's only one thing that bothers me about Boogie, is like, he's already done. The fact that he's gone the e-begging route shows you that he's done. He is done. Like, he's not going to rebound. He got, like, he's trying to show his YouTube earnings and stuff like that because, yeah, you sparked up some drama by becoming an e-beggar. The more you become an e-beggar, the less and less attention it's going to get. Like, the fact that you finally went down that route, yes, you got the clicks and views initially, and you made a decent little penny, but your audience is shrinking constantly. He's not going to regain popularity. He's not going to surge in popularity. And the fact that he's going to try to live with e-begging. Okay. Anyways, that's my little thing here. Let me just see this strikeout here real quick. All right, Suarez, watch this. A little curveball to, I'll say, the bottom left. Like seriously? Did I seriously just call that? That bottom dropped out. It was a sinker, not a curveball. But anyway, all right, let me just backtrack and see what you guys. You saw the new Halloween movie. It is poopy. Jason, didn't you say that during the last live show? Oh, you're talking to someone. I see. Someone else above you said it. Okay. Boogie ate it all. Yes, I think that might be what happened to the candy. Have I heard about Wings of Redemption? Yes, I know who Wings of Redemption is. Honestly, he's honestly not even worth mentioning. So this concludes the this concludes the Voldemort section of the show. Oops. Oh, it's an error on my chat screen here. Anyways, I don't mean to sound overzealous, but why do I have this gut feeling Boogie's going to end up like EDP? I don't know about that. Like going down the route with minors. Like I've never gotten that vibe. I've gotten a lot of vibes about Boogie, but that ain't one of them. But then again, I never got that vibe from EDP. So who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? You have every right to think that as much as anyone else. Because again, I wouldn't have said like, EDP's probably tried to hook up with 13-year-olds. Yeah, okay. Sure enough, that's exactly what he wanted to do. Oh, you should have snagged that and kept a hold of that. Oh. Why does my chat screen keep erroring out? Is the chat screen erroring out for you guys? Anyways, I don't know if it's my connection down here. Reminds me of the Maxine atheist begging stuff. God, I can't type. I like these errors tonight. Someone called me a god something or other, and now the Maxine atheist. The Maxine atheist. That sounds pretty hardcore. I like that name better than the Amazing Atheist. The Maxine atheist. Behold, the Maxine atheist. Okay, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat because I went on a little meander there. Go Phillies, that is all. Welcome to the chat, Dan P. Thank you. Boogie downfall is hilarious. It really is. It really is. Not that suffering is funny, but it's when it's deserved and when you're doing it yourself, you're doing it to yourself. And oh no, you're not going to get that to there in time. Yeah. Oh, he did. He got the first in time. Shit. Snow cone slipped out and got it the first in time. Oh, damn, I was going to make a point. Jalen Hurts has been keeping my fantasy team alive. Well, he kept it alive this week. That's for damn sure. I put out content but can never imagine trying to earn money off it. I mean, it's something nice to always think about. Who doesn't like money? Eagles by 21 on Thursday. Like, that's it? Boogie has had more than his fair shake of chances. Yep. It's fine to mock him. Yeah, he really has. And I love his generic referencing of wrongdoings. And there's always like a qualifier for it. He's like, I've made some dumb decisions, but the lies that have been told about me, blah, 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 blah. It always turns into like exaggerated lies that have been said about him. His rebuttals to Christopher Tom were some of the most just abhorrently ignorant summations of someone completely eviscerating you. I mean, that first Christopher Tom hit piece that he put down on Boogie is just, that is like the Ark of the Covenant. Like, that is like, damn, this is like one of the most spectacular things that YouTube has ever behold. And that was made when Boogie still had actual followers, like in 1 million plus. Eagles by 21. The Phillies will win the World Series on Thursday. Oh, Jesus. The ejaculation that will be spewing out of sports talk radio on Friday morning. Oh my gosh. And Thursday night for that matter. I feel like big YouTubers don't even know how to enter back into the workforce. The resume gap is large, and all that will come up is the mention their pet. come up if they mention their past. They will even get more scrutinized. Yeah. It's like working 8 to 9 hours a day prevents you from getting in front of a camera for a few hours on the side. You seem to do it. Like I said, there are plenty of jobs out there for people if they want to work them, especially in the gig sector. I found that out when COVID shut my job down for months on end, and I started to work for DoorDash. And it's a job I never would have considered. It was a significant step down in pay from my job. But I won't lie to you, I was making over $600 a week, doing it four times a week, no more than 6 to 8 hours, those 4 times a week. And I was bringing home over $600. Now, if in this day and age, that isn't good money for 4 days worth of work per week, I mean, yeah, okay, you're putting mileage on your car and gas and whatnot, but I was like, damn, I didn't realize the money was that decent. Again, it was a step down from my job. And it's not something I would say like, oh, I should just quit my job and, do this. But it's like, that's making a very livable wage. And you don't exactly need to have a resume to be a DoorDash delivery driver. I mean, I don't even think I gave him any sort of job references or anything. I don't think I did. I think you just apply. And at the time, I remember there was like a waiting list to get on for my area. And then once I did, I was golden. Anyway, yeah. And like I said before in a video I made, it was more just that, like, I had to work. I had to do something. I had to feel like I was contributing in some way to the household and society in general, because I don't know any other way of life other than working a job. I just been that way ever since high school. I've had a job consistently since high school through now. I've been at the same job now for 13 years. So I'm obviously satisfied there to stay there that long. But yeah. So like when COVID hit, I was going crazy for a couple months. It was like 2 to 3 months, I want to say, where I was just like, ooh, I can't be home 24/7. I mean, especially the day and age where it's like, okay, well, I can just go out to do, nothing. Everything's closed. So yeah, anyways. Time to find a new friend, John. Oh, my friend is a Steelers fan and an Astros fan. Sorry to hear that. The moment the Phillies clinched the World Series is like, well, Steelers versus Eagles, Phillies versus Astros. So we've been going back and forth for this World Series. Yep. People in my family are Cowboys fans. You know what I call someone in my family who's a Cowboys fan? Not part of the family anymore. Just kidding. I do give him a good shake. Coworker of mine did Uber January 21st, January 2021 to December of 2021. He brought home a lot of money just for working one whole year. Yep. Remember watching your videos when I was 14. That was 8 years ago. Good to see you doing good. Thank you. Just glad the NFC East is back as NFC Beast. John, I think you're a Giants fan. I just want to say the Giants are the biggest fraud in the NFL right now. Even going before that Seattle loss this past weekend. I started hearing Giants fans getting up on their soapbox like they're the second best team in the NFC when they were 6-1. I'm just like, no, you're not. You were never at any point in the season ahead of the Cowboys, even with the Cowboys having one more loss than you. The Giants lost to Dallas with their backup quarterback. Giants, the Dallas Cowboys' biggest weakness right now is their run defense. And Saquon Barkley is beasting this year, and you lost to the Cowboys. You have been and always will be the third best team in the NFC East, Giants fans. And just want to say it's Giants fan. Oh, you hate the Giants. Okay, good. I'm sorry. I'm mistaking you for another John. I'm sorry. But yeah, that thus concludes the Giants rant portion of the video. But yeah, I think the NFC East is a little overrated thanks to the Giants. I think Dallas and the Eagles are legit, obviously, but Daniel Jones is being weak. Cowboys should have been kept. Seattle looks good though. I'm surprised. Like if if I was a betting man, I would have been like, "Woo, Seattle's gonna regret letting Russell go to the Broncos. They're gonna be sitting there watching the Broncos in the playoffs, and I don't know about that one." Yeah, Seattle's just like, yeah, well, bye, Russ. Have fun in the Mile High City. We'll be over here winning without you. To be fair, the Cowboys probably play baseball better than they do football. How about them Browns last night? Didn't watch a second of the game, but the Bengals appear to be just another team that won the Super Bowl and became irrelevant ever after. Just like the Carolina Panthers, just like the Atlanta Falcons, just like any of many teams that took that crushing defeat in the Super Bowl and were never heard from again. Ever, ever, ever. Anyways, down with it, Colin Cowturd. Yeah, I barely listen to him. Commanders are doing enough to screw up their draft position. Yes, they are. And dare I say, we might not ever see Carson Wentz play another game of football as a starting quarterback because I don't know who's going to hire him after this. And I don't see why Washington would even want to bring him back at this point. You got better quarterbacks getting benched in this league, like Matt Ryan in Indianapolis. And it's like, why should a team take another ounce of chance with Carson Wentz right now? You missed Dave the Useless. It's a name I haven't heard in a long time. I'm a Rams fan, and I thought that Russ leaving was good news. Wentz is done. Yes. Wentz might be overdone. The Jets, of course, like everything's looking good, and then all of a sudden they meet the Patriots. It's like, haha, we're a real good team. Never mind, we lost again. 12th straight loss to the Patriots. Or was it the 12th straight loss anyways, I don't know. It was something. The Patriots have a long, wonderful record against them. The Kelseys will meet that would be something. The Kelseys will meet in the Super Bowl this year. The Super Bowl. It's so crazy what happened to Wentz. I know, man. The guy got injured and you know what? I have a Best Buy catalog here. Who wants to do some price guessing? I'm sorry, I have it sitting here and I haven't done one single guess. Okay. How much? Okay. It's a television remote. A Harmony 15 device universal remote with color LCD and smart state, whatever that is, optimized for HD TVs, DVRs. This remote lets you control up to 15 devices. Look at that bad boy. How much would you pay for that? $19.99, $120, $49. Let's see. Can you see the specs there? Okay. There you go. $80. I'll do a couple more guesses here. $80 seems to be the hot guess. And might I add that this is the 2005 Best Buy price catalog. I'm sorry, some of you might not have been here at the last live show. The price of Boogie's water bill. It might be because the correct answer is $249 for a remote control, people. All right. So that's the 2005 15 device remote control. Get out of here. You really want to see some shit, huh? Let me show you what the price of a television is. Okay. How much would you pay for Oops. Fold this up right. Now, I'm sure you guys have 42-inch TVs, okay. This is 2005 prices. 42-inch widescreen digital cable ready. That's the first thing they list. Digital cable ready plasma HD TV. Get high definition quality without a bulky setup. Which, okay, I don't know. I mean, plasma TVs are pretty bulky and heavy. This HDTV set is under 4 inches thick, just like me. Wait, what? And features digital cinema reality technology for precise reproduction. What? For precise reproduction of cinematic pictures. Okay. This 42-inch TV. I'll show you the specs there. Okay. How much would you guess? Okay. Yeah, $400, $1,200, $2,099, $799. It's a 42-inch TV. So in 2005, for a 42-inch TV, you will pay $2,999. So a couple of you guys got that. And 99 cents. I'm trying to see if anything has that. Oh, wait a second. Okay. So there you go. I mean, can you imagine that? Like buying could I even get a 42-inch TV anywhere for like $2,000 even? Like, that's just that's insane. Okay. All right. This is one we're all going to enjoy. The Bose XM satellite radio ready home theater system. State-of-the-art technologies for exciting audio environments and a wide range of compatibility. Receiver is 110 watts times 7. Your Bose Yamaha XM ready radio. The home theater system. How much would you pay for that? $800. $1,200. $1,399, $599. Well, guys, Jason, $999.99. Well, buddy, have I got a deal for you? How about $1,129.98? All right, you keep your 99 cents because we have a deal here. 98 cents. We found this last time when we looked at this magazine that for whatever reason, just some random items just randomly say like, okay, we're going to sell it at 98 cents. It's a dollar amount and 98 cents. Like literally everything else on the page is 99 cents, 99 cents, 99 cents, except the Bose dealie in the middle. Or it's just like, yo, oh shit, take my money. Let's go. Is this when Future Shop was still open to, or is it just a Canada thing? Yeah, I don't know about that. I think that's just a Canada thing. I've never heard of that. I worked at Best Buy. Okay. Forget the 42-inch TV. What would you pay for a 32-inch TV with plasma ready and widescreen LCD? And that's a third out. 32-inch TV. What are you guys paying? $2,999. $2,599. $1,800. $1,900. Yeah, it was about 10 years ago. They bought them out. Oh, okay. $1,500. $1,400. Says God himself. $1,700. The correct answer is, you can see it right there. What did that say? I can't even read off my computer. Oh, $1,899. $1,899. So almost $2,000 for a 32-inch television. Like, that is insane. How much prices have come down now? Like, bloody hell. 2005. What a time. What a time to be a TV owner. I'll just read you some of these prices now. We don't need to keep playing the guessing game. A 55-inch widescreen Grand Wega, whatever, Sony LCD projection HD TV. Oh my God, this isn't even flat screens. This is one of those shitty projection TVs where if like you're like 10 degrees off a dead center, the picture looks like shit. $2,999. The hell out of here. That projection shit. Those were awful. Those were to throw a hammer through them anytime I saw one of them. Linksys Vonage phone adapter, $59.99. Oh, I remember that. Remember Vonage? Anyone? No? Okay. I'm just looking through other random shit here. Oh, here you go. What would you pay for a Western Digital 300 gigabyte internal Ultra ATA 100 hard drive? 300 gigs for your computer. What would you pay for that? What would you pay to have an extra 300 gigs in your computer? Remember you destroying a Linksys router? Yeah, oh my gosh. 50 cents. 50 cents is what it should be. $1,999, $19.99, $3,999, $199, $12.99. Okay, it's nothing that insane. It's actually $199. That just goes to show, like, you can't even 300 gigs. You can't even get something that's small to put into your computer these days. I mean, you could get like a 300 gig memory stick and put that in your computer. Oh my God. 21-inch LCD monitor for your computer. $649. Like, look at these monitor prices. Like, shit. You want a new monitor for your computer, kids? Well, too bad. Daddy can't get the financing for it this year for Christmas. This is just unbelievable. Geek Squad. It's the one. For those of you that weren't at the last live show, 1 gig of memory stick data. It's $100. 1 gigabyte memory stick. $100. Anyways, back to the baseball game here. Should ask Vince McMahon for the money. Okay. The monitor in my basement is still from 07. Yep. I still have my Alienware laptop over there that I got in, I'm going to say it's like 08, 09. Yeah, something like that. Still works. Still works fine. Okay. Yeah, I did eBay for the laptop. I forgot all about that. Yeah, that was one of Cloud's episodes. Let's do some Archfiend trivia tonight. Let me think of obscure things. Okay. What day is Chris Bohr's day? I'll accept 2 possible answers. What day is Chris Bohr's day? Let's see how big a fan you guys are. 12th to 19th December. December 25th. April 31st is correct. I would have also accepted May 1st since that's technically April 31st. April 31st is Chris Bohr's day. Arch looks like Steve Jobs. I look like broke Steve Jobs. Actually, I guess Steve Jobs does look kind of broke and disheveled, even though he's rich beyond imagination. Chris Bohr's Day. For those of you who don't know what Chris Bohr's Day, on his website, I forget what he was posting. It was either like a meet and greet or a new video being released. And he had the release date as April 31st. Those of you who don't know or aren't savvy enough to figure out the mathematics of calendar operations, April 31st does not exist, for there are only 30 days in April. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except February alone and fine. In each leap year, 29. I still have to say that rhyme to make sure like I'm not messing up having a 31st in a month. Will New Dog make his return for Super Bowl predictions? No, he's done. Deal Dash is his favorite site. Yes. Shout out to iHorror. Rest in peace, Steve Jobs. Yep. On what calendar is this guy? Yep. On what calendar? Is this guy even trying anymore? In 2008 or 9, Archfiend sat on something that hurt his butt. What was it? Let's see who knows that one. Get Newer Dog to protect the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. And not a toy soldier. The last Cowboys Super Bowl VHS. No, stumped. I'm too embarrassed to say. Well, I think Jason just said it right after you. No. What did Archfiend sit on in the video that made his butt hurt? Actually, I should bring up the video. Pocket pussy. Can't wait to see how Bryce Harper. I can't wait to see how Bryce Harper waits to react either. Let me try and find that video. Okay, I found the video. Let's see, did anyone say it? Wow, no one said it. Okay.
It's easy.
Okay. This guy put ads on his video.
Mail-in ballot. Here's how to complete it. First,
ow, my butt's hurt. Oh, wait, that's just my wallet with all the money in it. The answer was wallet. And that was from 2009, June 8th. People think, there's some people in the comments that said, comments are turned off. What the hell? Since when do I turn off comments on a video? No, we're going to change that. What the hell? This is news to me. I don't know. Was I like afraid of Cloud fans or something when I made this video? Anyway, oh shit! I have to go into the fix it later. Cloud 8745 final video rant part 1 through 4. What the? Like, what a ridiculous title of nonsense. Holy shit. There's some serious Cloud 8745 shit. I don't even remember what the hell that was even all about. Anyway, oops. Turn the volume down and bring the live feed back up for the chat room. I must have been butthurt about some comments. Yep. I sound so young. I look so young. It was 13 years ago. My gosh. It's a teenager worth of years ago. the age of EDP's ideal girlfriend years ago. By the way, the Phillies are still winning 5-0 in the 5th inning here. For a video, I was going to ask you, to go back to one of your old audio transcripts, but redo it to see how better the transcriptions have gotten. That's an interesting one. I may consider that. Did I steal Patrick Starr's wallet? Yes. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl and the Phillies win the series, I'm running the whole perimeter of Northeast Philly. Be careful with that. You may have to run faster in certain areas than others. Just a heads up. For those of you who didn't see the community post I made a bet with a coworker. Not really a bet, just like a statement. We're talking about like the likelihood of the Eagles going undefeated and then going through and winning the Super Bowl. Now, going undefeated in the season is definitely possible. The Eagles' remaining schedule is very weak. I mean, other than Green Bay, I guess, is a tough game, but the Dallas game on Christmas Eve, if they make it to that undefeated and get by Dallas on Christmas Eve, they could probably go undefeated for the season, but any given Sunday still happens. Anyways, I said to people at work that if the Eagles go undefeated and win the Super Bowl on an undefeated season, I will eat 4 cheesesteaks. Everyone was like, oh my God, I'm going to keep you to that. And I said, fine, whatever it's worth. Not at the same time. I'm not LA Beast or anything. But I will consume 4 cheesesteaks if the Eagles win the Super Bowl on an undefeated season. And just to have, oh my gosh, would the Dallas fans have to shut the F up? Oh my God. My Dallas fans might just it might just be like when Thanos like snapped his fingers in the end of Infinity War. Every Dallas fan, like once the clock runs out, every Dallas fan will just be just apparate or vanish. Just ascend into the nether realm. You know LA Beast? That's awesome. Yes. How do I not know a fellow guy from New Jersey? Of course I know LA Beast. Well, like this. I've actually talked to him a couple times, not in person. He's actually had back and forth with me as far as leaving comments. I think he is one of the most interactive people with his fans, man. He's just he really goes out there, like even with cameos and stuff like that. That guy is committed to satisfying his fan base, if you know what I mean. I don't know what I mean by that. But anyway. Oh, yeah, by the way, the Union are in the MLS Cup finals. I may actually watch some of a game. And probably jinx them. Anyways, I don't give a shit either way if they win or lost. But that's going to be crazy. If there is like a trifecta of championships here from the MLS Cup, the World Series, and the Super Bowl, like, it might just melt my brain. Oops. I am not vegan. I was vegan for a number of years, but I have been vegetarian since 2000. Good Lord. Beat the shitty Angels, a.k.a. LAFC. Oh, shitty Angels. Los Angeles Football Club. Yeah. Didn't even know about the Los Angeles Football Club until last week when they said the Union were playing them in the finals. I was like, oh, playing the Los Angeles team. Okay. That's cool. Why do English people call it football if they play it with a soccer ball? You know what? That is a good question. I always wondered, like, why is it called a soccer ball? Like, does anyone know the answer to that? Because I've actually thought that before. Because I'm like, well, if they call it football, why don't they play with a football? At least in American football, they play with a football. Why would they then call it a soccer ball? Because as far as I know, it is called a soccer ball. in Europe. Anyway, or at least in England. I'm vegan. I miss cheese. That's one of the biggest things I missed. That and ice cream when I became vegan. Use your foot. If the Eagles win the Super Bowl, what's the excuse going to be? What would the Hurts haters say? The Hurts haters, just like the Dallas haters, when Thanos snaps his fingers, which would be the end of the Super Bowl, all the Dallas fans and the Hurts haters are going to disappear. Okay, only on first and second. I thought he was going to get the third. We have potential runs coming home here. Ranger Swerves, you've been doing good, but you need one more out, and then I think this is the final inning for you. Anyways, we call it football in England. Well, I know you call it football, but you do call it a football in England? I thought it was called a soccer ball. Oh, that's news to me. Anyways, Archfiend, was your e-begging series removed when you watched TV for a few minutes? I don't think so. I can't find it anymore and was worried YouTube struck it down for copyright. It may have. My e-begging series. I'm trying to think which one that was. I've gotten, like, once YouTube started cracking down a lot of things, I would just get emails every now and then saying, like, this video has been demonetized, this video has been pulled for copyright, this and that and that and this. Like easily like 50 some odd videos of mine that I couldn't even list off the top of my head. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I don't care. Okay, whatever. Like anytime it came in, if it was a video from years ago, I'm like, I don't care. I'm not going to try and fight it or anything like that. So I've never challenged any of those claims that have come out through the robotic findings, which is what a lot of them are. It's just them going through the algorithm of the voice patterns and whatever, and seeing visuals on the screen that are copyrighted, etc. It's not manual reviewing, finding a lot of them. So I'm like, I don't give a shit to challenge it. Did you make it to any games this season for the Eagles? No. For the Phillies? No. And by the way, my wife still has not had our third baby yet, and it could honestly happen at any moment now. So if like you hear me abruptly leave, that's what happened. She is literally past due right now, so it could happen at any moment. But I will, of course, I'll bring the laptop into the surgery room, whatever, the delivery ward. Why am I forgetting the actual name of where they have the babies in the hospital? Anyways, some father you are, Archfiend. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Someone's going to say in the chat first. Damn it. Part of the hospital where they have the babies is called the birth canal. Shit, maternity ward. That's what I was just about to say it. I need you to say it for me. I like the birth canal better. Should be a long tunnel called the birth canal. But anyways, yeah, I will be taking my little desktop computer here to the birth canal to show everything, of course, because my wife would totally be for that. Thank you. No, it's more good luck to her. I have all the luck in the world because I have you guys, right? Now give me your money. Some of us will still be here. I'll admit the Eagles seem pretty legit. Yep. Oh, the thing where I watched some stuff on my old TV. I'm trying to think what that video was called. So I can try and look it up and see if it did get. I remember I was mocking someone. Like, I couldn't even tell you who I was mocking. About like not getting enough subscribers or money or something. And I said, "Oh, I'm not gonna make content for you. I'm just gonna show you watching my TV." And I was like flipping through channels on my TV. Or I didn't get enough money to buy a better TV or something. Archfiend archives e-begging. Let me try and look that up on my studio. Oops. No, it does not. It does not. I don't see anything. There's nothing like privated or removed. Archfiend archives. Okay, wait, here's one. Archfiend e-bags. Yeah. Archie e-bags. Oh, the visibility is blocked. Sorry, I gotta take my glasses to read. Oh, copyright claim. That's why. CTTL is copyright. Copyright protected content found. No one will be able to watch your video. So there you go. Wonder if I could. Oh, okay. No one will be able to watch your video. No one will be able to watch my video. Yeah. All right. Try that. Let me know if that link works. That should work. Anyone doesn't work. Anyone. It's like, why block it if you can just still post a valid link? Like, that don't make more sense. It doesn't work? Oh shit. Because I click it on my end and I can watch it. Oh, I guess because I'm the uploader it works. There we go. Another runner on. Let's go. Look at this guy. Man. Who would have thought the Geico caveman? Oh my gosh, I ruined the joke now. We'll call him the Geico caveman anyway. Who would have thought the Geico caveman could have 2 hits in a World Series game? It said copyright from the auxiliary nerds. Is that what it says? Really? Well, I guess I'll have to live stream it because it's too cool. But oh no, then I'll get copyright claim. I'll get double copyright claimed again. Auxiliary mode. The hell is auxiliary mode? I do still have my baseball card collection. Remember when you're exaggerating having sex off camera to show you weren't a virgin? Eric Douglas, Life in a Tent era. Yep. Where Girlfiend had a Justine wig on. I'll give you a little inside secret to that video when it was made. Girlfiend was holding the camera during that video, and she was topless during the video. How's that for some inside information, guys? Now you guys are all like, oh my God, they were in the middle of doing a sex tape before they made that video. Probably. All right. You know what? Schwarber's hitting a 2-run bomb here. I just want to let you guys know that. All right. Because I know you guys are going to be like, he ain't going to hit a 2-run home run. No way. Yes, he is. He's going to do it right here. Right, Houston, thank you for not showing up so far tonight. I just want this guy to get taken yard one more time. Just listen to me when I talk, all right? Don't ever doubt me. Ever. Tired of people not listening to me. Tired of it. Leave this guy in. Leave this guy in the pitch. What the? Look at that. I think he pointed at me. He said, Archfiend, I got you, dude. I know you got me. I know you got me. I mean, I did just about call that shit. Jesus. Okay. I know. That's the thing. Like, if it happened on the next pitch, people would be like, oh, Archfiend just saw that. And then he's like trying to take credit for it. But the fact that it happened 3 pitches after, it's like, there's no way I knew about that. There's no way I knew about that. You guys all watch it live with me here, and there's no delay on my feed. Or it might be like a several second delay, but still. If the Astros leave this guy in, no one should stay up. Okay, now let me correct the spelling errors there. It said Astros because that's a word. Oh my goodness, my goodness. What a game to be sharing with you guys. Wow. I wonder what box Michael Buckley is living in nowadays. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, holy shit. Whoa. Oh. Did the Astros like hate this guy? Like, is no one else in the bullpen able to pitch tonight or something? Like, what's going on? Like, are they trying to ruin this guy forever? Like, what? Like, seriously, what's going on? I mean, I don't care. Leave him in. Bryce Harper will hit his second home run of the night. Leave him in. Look at Hoskins. Look at Hoskins. Look at the dugout. Like, this bitch still got left in the game. You believe that? I know. I can't believe it either. Holy shit. Oh, that kid couldn't look any less enthused to get that ball. If I was that kid, I'd be like, yeah, I got the ball. Oh, pitching change. Why? What's going on? They don't have faith in this kid anymore? What's going on? Shit. Eagles rubbing off on them. About to have a heart attack. Let's go. I like how Sherm Klump was like, why are they leaving McCullers in? Oh, my. So he basically said that right before the Hoskins home run. Why leave him in? Oh, my. Jesus. How much would a home run baseball be worth if someone caught it? It depends. Depends who hit it. Depends what it meant to the game, lead-wise. Michael Buckley, someone who just mentioned him. Yeah, I don't know what box he's living in or if he's even making videos on YouTube anymore. But, man, he had a channel that was dying for years, and he kept making content. And I would check up on him every now and then and just say, like, oh, hey, nice to see you fall from grace, LOL. And he would, like, argue at me with it, saying, I'm doing what I love and blah, blah, blah. Because, like, I had no love lost for that guy because he was the king of using the fake thumbnails along with Phil DeFranco, someone who I will never give a chance. I don't care how much he's changed his image nowadays. But guys like him and Michael Buckley and Phil DeFranco were the kings of using the fake misleading thumbnail, misleading titles, just the attention-grabbing horse shit that got young and dumb people to watch their content and made them think like, oh, man, I am super good at this shit. Man, I am balling. And then when that YouTube algorithm changed and didn't force feed you as much as it used to, you found out that people just didn't want to watch your shit. And that's what he found out the very easy way. And he kept making content. And it was like, I forget, he had like 1 or 2 million subscribers and he was getting like less than 1,000 views in a video. And it's just like, oof. Like, Christ, I make videos that get less than 1,000 views per video, but damn, I don't have over 1 million subscribers. It's like, just like, let it go. Your time of attention is done. YouTube isn't force feeding you anymore. And the only way you got attention was being but force fed. You used to challenge him on it. And he'd be like, I don't care. I'm doing this because I'd like to do it. I made enough money. He's told me one day, he's like, I made enough money to buy an extra beach house from YouTube. I'm like, okay, I don't give a shit. I'm not saying you never made money. That was never a point of contention. No one's denying that you ever made money on this website. The point is it's sad that you can't get attention unless you're force-fed, and you are just such a perfect example of that. Let me look up and see if Michael Buckley has any videos. Let's just add to the humiliation of him. Okay. What the Buck? Such an edgy name, Michael Buckley. Buck Hollywood. He has 11 videos, but he still has 1 million subscribers. Okay, well, he's left up a couple videos for whatever reason. View total 16,000 views, 19,000 views. This is a guy with 1 million subscribers, 32,000 views. And then a couple with like 3 point. And then you go back 14 years ago. He's leaving these videos up 14 years ago, 3.3 million views, 3.5 million views 15 years ago. So it's like, okay, why are you leaving? Why just 11 videos up? Oh, I see. These are, these must be either his most viewed videos, and like the ones on the top are like him like when he was on Regis, like co-hosting, which clearly a lot of his millions tuned in to see that. So it's probably like he just uses as like, oh, I can show you like as part of like a resume. Like here's a clip of me on the co-hosting on the Regis show, which I didn't even know he was even on. I don't know if that's clickbait or whatever. I don't even want to click it to give it one view. But anyway, so YouTube can be a that's actually a better ratio than Boogie, because Boogie will get 19, 20, 30,000 views and he has 4 million subscribers. This guy only has 1 million. Yikes. Anyway, that concludes our Michael Buckley update of the evening. All right, let me get the live chat back up here. He lost his million sub count from so many old dead accounts, probably. Are there really that many YouTubers from 14 years ago that are still going strong? There's a couple. Well, AVGN is one. Like his the AVGN, the Angry Video Game Nerd proper videos, they still get over 1 million views. At least most of them that I see. But very, very few. iWhore lives in a box too. Okay, we'll do this since this game is. You don't really need to pay attention. Let's see what iJustine is doing. We'll turn this into an Archfiend reminiscent hour here. iJustine, 7 million subscribers. Let's see what her videos are pulling in. All right, now her videos are at least respectable, but there is a great disparity between them. Oh, when she has Jenna in the video from 12 days ago, 43,000 views. When it's just her doing her all new iPad, it's 430,000. Okay, now that is at least respectable. This is much better than what Boogie is pulling in. This, like, hey, she's still doing the grind. And she's still doing, it looks like, very regular uploads. I mean, it's clear that a lot of her fan base, like, I'm going back to see if there's nothing breaking. Okay, 1 month ago, she had a video for 1.6 million views. Like, I'm just looking at, like, if there's any outliers. Full iPhone 14 lineup unboxing and review. So she probably still gets exclusive early rights to opening a new iPhone or something like that. But her proper videos, I don't see anything above 500,000 views other than that new iPhone video. Okay, there's another iPhone 14, 900,000 views. But her view counts seem to be 500,000 views or under. And when her sister's in the video, it plummets to 43,000 views. So there's that's actually respectable. That's at least she's at least making a livable wage, sticking to making her content on the reg. Okay, that's at least respectable. But again, with 7 million subscribers, still shows you that the majority of our audience doesn't give a shit anymore, or our dead accounts, etc. Still waiting for the iWhore taking a dump channel. Yep, remember her profiting off of people dying of malaria. And then when Steve Jobs died, she disabled ads for that video because she can't profit off her hero, but she can profit off of unnamed people in Africa dying from malaria. She has no problem with that. I still think that was one of the most egregious things that I ever went after. And just the fact that she was okay with it. The fact that she commented on my video and my channel at the time saying I was so out of line to do this. I'm like, bitch, you're making blood money and you're telling me I'm out of line. Mrs. I have 6 channels. I'm going to make a gaming channel because it's the hip thing. And I have a big fan base that's going to follow me over there just because I could easily cosplay as Steve Jobs. Not going to lie. Yeah. Craft Nation. That's actually someone who I looked up, I would say like a month or two ago. And he was making videos. Let me bring him up here because I know he was making videos going into COVID. And then he just stopped. He's just like, I'm done with this. 96,000 subscribers. And I mean, 96,000 subscribers. And this is his view counts from a couple of years ago. Couple hundred views, couple hundred views, couple hundred views, couple hundred views. And like, this is a guy who, and you could tell he's still making like the catchy, like, he must have had his thumbnail ability taken away because I don't know, some of these have fake thumbnails. But he was one of the bigger profiter, not bigger profiters, but one of the bigger guys to just make a video about any tragedy and talk complete gibberish over it. Oh, Castellanos, get on that. There you go, kid. Best outfielder in the game. Not really, but he's showing up in the World Series, and that's all that matters. Yeah, Craft Nation, that's a guy who I'm like, this guy, if once the algorithm adjusts, he's toast. And that's what happened. I mean, look at this. Like, no, a couple hundred views and is 100,000 subscribers. Get the hell out of here. And he was still grinding. Like, I'm looking at this. Man, just constant uploads, 160 views, 200. Like, you just like keep scrolling and scrolling, just constantly making videos. Like, okay, I understand, like, I make videos and sometimes I only get a couple hundred views, but this guy's uploading weeklies and stuff like that. Like, is it worth the effort at that point, buddy? Again, whatever. I'm going to play to an audience of 200 or 100 and change, and that's worth you doing every other day type stuff or weekly. Hey, more the power to you. And if you want to have 100,000 subscribers and only get 100 some to tune in, more the power to you. Anyways, thus concludes the Craft Nation portion of the video. Ugh, I Justine. What about Shay Carl or Tards, whatever? What happened to him? Oh, Dan P. You didn't hear about the the cheating scandal with him and his wife or any of that? I don't know how far back. Like, he got rich and he sold part of Maker Studios to Disney, and then after that he got exposed online. Some stripper who was having very naughty talks with him released transcripts of what was being said, and it got unearthed. It was this big embarrassing thing. He then did the whole I'm going to rehab for alcohol thing, which I don't know, may or may not have been legit, but who knows. It's a shame because a lot of times when someone gets caught in a precarious position like this, they go like, oh, well, I have a substance abuse problem. And it dampens it for people that actually have substance abuse problems. So I don't know. Maybe he actually does have a substance abuse problem. I don't know. I'm not an insight. I'm not trying to say either way, honestly. But yeah, it was a big embarrassing circumstance, and I can just imagine the utter embarrassment that all his kids have to face, knowing what was leaked out there from what their dad was doing behind their mom's back. Anyways, so yeah, that's what happened with Shay Carl. But ruined my life by cheating on my wife, Carl. Yep. Still vlogging. Looks like he downsized. Not weight lifestyle. She was a piece of ass too. Did they break? I honestly don't know if they broke up over that or if broke up for any other reason. But as far as I knew, they were still together. his wife's sister, I can remember, it came after me at one point for making the video about the kids and them being in videos, and me saying like how shameful that is to force your kids, because they were really forcing all their kids to be part of their channel. And I never, ever, ever approved of that. Because it's like you're being born and you have no choice. You're all going to be on camera with mommy and daddy and the other kids. You don't really have a say in the matter. Every nuance of your life pretty much is going to be recorded and thrown out there, because they vlogged so much of those kids' lives. And his wife's sister came after me saying like, those kids love this. They love being there. They love seeing the comments and recognition and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, they don't know no better, honey. They're doing what their parents tell them to do. If I told my kids to be on camera all the time, they would do it too. And I would tell them, oh, look at it, we're getting so many positive comments and blah, 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 blah. Like, forget the fact that you have no privacy in your childhood years. Like, I'm sorry, but being a child, and not that it's a definite negative to being a popular celebrity at an adolescent or younger age, but enjoy life in the private life while you can. When you grow up and you have the mental capability to understand the world a bit better is when I really feel you should be delving into the whole popularity thing. The fact that they would have like just them go into practice of this or that, and I just all the other shit that they would do. Oh my God. Anyway, PewDiePie, I hear he's pretty irrelevant now. Yeah, I don't know. Probably. Oops. Imagine having your entire childhood filmed for millions of people. Yeah. Thoughts on Markiplier starting an OnlyFans? Is that true? I didn't hear about that one. I mean, it's not a dirty OnlyFans, I would assume, right? Whatever. I mean, I don't care whoever starts an OnlyFans. I wouldn't necessarily expect him to be one that does it. A side note, Markiplier is someone who I've never got. Like, I can watch a PewDiePie video and say like, okay, I understand why this guy is a big deal. Markiplier, never understood it. And again, it doesn't have to be because like, oh, what's the matter? You don't like his content? Like, I don't particularly like his content. But again, there's plenty of people who I don't like their content, but I understand why they're as big as they are. Markiplier, I just don't get it. I don't get what's there. I don't get what is that overly entertaining. And I mean, it's not like I've watched everything, but I've watched enough to be like, okay, let's see. What is this guy about? And I'm just like, I don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it. Won't get it. Never get it. Who cares? Right? Anyway. But I respect him more than Felix. Okay. I thought shit was so funny. Let's see, who else was there from Archfiend's past? We talked about AVGN, the AVGN and the magically disappearing production crew. Man, that Screenwave Media Group, man, like that is just, I don't know what vanished more, that or the Rex Viper music tour. Like they vanished equally as fast at the same time of just like, oh yeah, let's stop with these guys and let's stop with this silly Rex Viper shit. Like, yeah, let's just not go there. Have we talked about Shane Dawson yet? No, we haven't. I heard he made a comeback of some sort, but that's a shame what happened to him. If only someone was out there to tell people years ago, oh, that's a base hit. Are we going to get another 2-run home run coming up here? Shit. Castellanos getting a base hit. That's when you know you're screwed. The Power of Love of Bryce Harper was so bad. So effing bad. Yeah, I watched like some of those like parts of those videos when they came out. I'm just like, wow, this is just like really generic cover band shit. But it's like James is uploading that to his channel just to get like the jerking off from his fans going like, oh my God, you sound so good. Oh, it's incredible. I'd pay thousands of dollars to see you in concert, man. Like, shut up. You could go to any local bar and find a band that is as talented or way more talented doing cover tunes on a Friday night. The Nostalgic Critique. Nostalgic Critique. Smosh. Anyone remember Freely, the Banana Nazi? Yep. Yeah, that was one of my more overly appreciated videos, being a vegetarian that went after her ass and put her ass on blast for the ridiculousness that she was spewing. God damn, this game is just... Who remembers Captain S on YouTube? I remember being so mad with that that Captain S crossover with AVGN and how stupid it was. That was like when AVGN, when anything he made, I just like worshipped and thought it was gold. And most of it was. And then they did that Captain S crossover with like the no cursing, and the only time he curses in the end, it's bleeped. That was one of the most unwatchable pieces of media the internet has ever made. On top of Captain S just being generally unwatchable on top of that. Justin Bieber dick pics leaked. Still my most watched video to this day. I shat on you. Oh my gosh. I seriously doubt he has a channel going anymore. I imagine the algorithm obliterated him as well. All those people that did like the fake thumbnail, misleading title shit, and that's like their only claim to fame. And even back then, like people like him and Craft Nation, when they tried to do like legit shit, no one watched it because the algorithm didn't force feed them to anyone else. Oh, I remember one of the biggest changes to the algorithm were the I forget what they were called. They were called like the boob reviewers. There's one girl who often had like, she had like a shotgun in the background, but she always had like a low cut top on to show off the fact that she was a woman that had these things called breasts. And each thumbnail, and there was like a Russian girl that did it too. Reply Girls. Yes. Thank you. And boy, man, they figured out, to their credit, they figured out how to work the algorithm and made some quick money, but man, YouTube shut them down so quick. And I think they ended up changing the algorithm for almost everyone, because all of a sudden they could just not get their, you would see their videos. I remember seeing their videos in the sidebar of every damn video you'd click on. You'd see some of those Reply Girls and their stupid boobs. You'd be watching your video of the main person, and there in the side column, you just see those Reply Girls. Oh my God. I do talk to Undertaker Freak 1127. Yes. Stupid boobs. That's so Jack. I'd imagine he's still going. Don't know, but We'll do Archfiend trivia, I guess, now. I'm going to say that Sir Jack is still going and doing fine. Let's find out. That So Jack. 1.2 million subscribers. Does he have anything recent? No, I was completely wrong. Hasn't uploaded anything in 2 years. One video in the past 3 years. Oh, that's a shame. That breaks my heart. I do remember Drew Wario, yes. UTF, as I was going to say, he's known as AEW Freak on YouTube. He still makes videos. Seriously, what happened to Eric Douglas and what the kid is up to now? I don't even know who that is. I must know if it's some big name from the past. There was something that Drew Wario did get ousted for a couple years ago. It kind of tarnished his whole image, but I forget. So I'm not just going to postulate on something I'm just guessing on. Oh, there we go. Runners on second and third, one out. A little pop out makes this an 8-0 game. Or a hit just makes it 9-0. Oh. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting a 7-0 rout. Oh, Segura, eat that up. Come on. Astros are just getting spanked so hard now. This is going to go down in history. Zipcast is the next YouTube, guys. Oh, Zipcast. Be unseen. I love it. I love seeing those sites that tried to pop up and try and make a name in the business when YouTube was first getting hot. Drew Wario was a Cuties fan, put it that way. Okay, well, that puts things into perspective. You ran into IGSRJ in the supermarket. Were you trying to get around him in an aisle and couldn't fit? I've heard he's like put on 300-400 pounds since his video days. It's true. Got a handshake from IGSRJ. He was very handsome. Trying to think of some other old random videos. Like so many times people bring up like honestly, I forgot Zipcast was even a thing till someone brought it up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember I made a video about it. Oh my god. I heard that's $100,000 handshake. Well, that's not deep enough to get the run in. But so, like occasionally people bring up a video like in my comments or something like, oh, remember when you made a video about such and such? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't think I ever did a video about that. And I'm like, oh shit, I did. Camia Bams, what happened? I don't know if it's like, no, I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not even gonna say because I don't even know if it's like public knowledge. He disclosed some information to me about what happened to him and what I see. The more I talk about it, you're like, what happened? Oh my god! Like, yeah. So if someone mentions it in the chat, then I'll assume it's public knowledge and I will expand upon it. But he got in a bad way for a bit. We'll just say that. But again, it's personal stuff that he disclosed to me. Granted publicly in a comment, but yeah. Have we talked about brown bricks? Were you truly pissed when IGS or Jay shared the magic coloring book trick? Yeah, I still have. Oh, yeah, that's not gonna quite get out. Yeah, I will never forgive him for that. There's still pending litigation going on, and I can't speak of it because it's an open court matter. So yeah. Hey, Archfiend, just join the chat. Good luck to your Phillies. Hope they win it all. They better. What's your favorite of the major sports? Football by far. Would you rather the Eagles win the Super Bowl or the Phillies win the next two World Series? I'd rather the Eagles win a Super Bowl over the Phillies winning the next 10 World Series. Wonder how Chip Kelly's YouTube channel is doing after all these years. I'm sure it's a very, very highly viewed entity. I was on a YouTube when the Phillies won in 2008. I even uploaded a video from the parade, but it got pulled for copyright because it had the Hotai Tensei, whatever that song is from Kill Bill, in it. It got copyrighted for that. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I could play a little bit of it here, even though it's blocked for copyright, because I can actually play it on my end. Okay. Oops. Phillies. Yep, it is. 2008 Phillies World Series champions. Copyright claimed. Yeah, it doesn't say what I got copyright claimed for. Whoops. Hey, it's a 4-minute video. Oh, I got the Rocky theme in it. I can't believe I got claimed for that. Hey, you watch a couple minutes of it here. A video that you'll never be able to see. Oh no, now this video is going to get claimed. Oh well. Hell yeah, Windows Movie Maker. Oh my god, that audio quality is so good. Windows Movie Maker videos are satisfying. I could have sworn I used the Kill Bill song in this video. It was champions. Holy shit. Let's go. Now do the whole 40-minute long e-baking video. Yeah, that'll be coming up next. Get this video double took down. Oh yeah, there's the link. Hell no, I haven't been back to Six Flags, and I never will. Voice of Dan Baker. Let's go. Oh, there's the Kill Bill song. The Rocky theme didn't get pulled, but it got pulled for the Kill Bill song. Surprised the screen hasn't been ended immediately. Bonus clip. What was this?
You can run a taser out.
Oh, that's right. These guys are trying to climb up the poles.
That's all it takes.
And the cops pulled the taser out on him. Oh, there you go. Yo, let's go. So there you go. There's a video that you can no longer see on YouTube, which, by the way, means you probably won't be able to watch a replay of this live show now. So get ready for that to get claimed by tomorrow morning. Should be interesting if this actually doesn't get claimed. Oh, here we go. The Phillies are going to let up a pity run now. Amazing bonus clip, yeah. Yeah, the YouTube police are definitely knocking on my door for this. That was surprisingly heartwarming. Back in the good old days of Windows Movie Maker. Making it on my old HP laptop. Notice I did say laptop there. I always say that word wrong, even though I know it's laptop. It's like nuclear. I always say nuclear wrong too. Even though I know it's supposed to be nuclear. Damn, what an ass whipping. Like, honestly, nothing the Phillies have done has been anything I've expected. Yeah, what's crazy is I don't think the Phillies get past the Cardinals if it wasn't for that damn ninth inning. Like, I don't think they come back and win the next two games. That ninth inning of game one. That once, was it Bohm that got hit or Marsh that got hit by the pitch? I'm going to say Bohm. Yeah, it was Bohm that got hit by the pitch. If it wasn't for that turned the entire game around, and the lead wasn't even taken yet. But let's go. Strike this bum out. Sit down. Let's go. Come on. Okay. You got to throw something in the strike zone if you want to sit them down. Astros are spent for tonight. That's understating it. Oops. Do I watch Smart Busters? Never even heard of it. Philly stole the Cardinals' devil magic. Yeah. There we go. 2 more innings. It'd be pretty cool if Phillies could win the World Series the same night the Eagles beat up on the Texans. I know. That would be incredible. The only thing that stinks is the game won't be in Houston. It would have been something if it, because that would be such an influx of Phillies fans and Philadelphia fans into Houston. Oh my God! If both happen the same night in the same city. But I mean, if it goes to a game 6, you gotta imagine there's going to be a lot of Eagles fans that are going to stay in town to go to the game the next night. Or I guess 2 nights, because technically there's no game on Friday. The next game, I should say, not the next night. Because now there's no game on Friday. It's going to be on Saturday instead. What is this movie? This looks like the whitest film in the history of cinema. Fablemans, okay. AKA the white people. What would you do if YouTube never existed? I'd probably watch a shit ton more Netflix in my life. I don't know, because it's weird. YouTube went from primarily something that I created a lot more content on than consumed, and like read comments and tried to be as interactive with the fans as possible, to now it's just like I watch more media. Like my media consumption is way more from YouTube than anything else. It's not saying like I don't watch Netflix or Disney Plus or anything like that. Verlander. Oh, Verlander. There you go. He flipped off the Phillies fans the other day for yelling at the team bus when he pulled in. Totally just farted right now. Probably heard it. Anyway. David Lynch is apparently in it, so yeah, it checks out. Oh, okay. I don't know what we're talking about, but okay. Do I follow tennis? No. I used to watch Wimbledon every year because I was a fanboy of everything HBO, and Wimbledon used to always air on HBO. I still remember the first time that Andre Agassi won at Wimbledon. Back when he had a full head of hair, before he started shaving his head. Derek Jeter, who's that? I never even heard of him. Is he any good? Fletcher Cox, let's go! Oh boy. Kate Upton? What you doing there, girl? The website is accessible. Oh, Twitter. I quit Twitter. If you missed the video, Twitter striked my account because of a completely farcical, facetious, whatever you want to call it, comment where I was commenting on a funnily enough, it has to do with baseball. It was a baseball fight video. I want to say it was like at a Dodger game or something. Fans got in a fight. So I left a comment saying, I heard that the one guy punched the other guy because what exactly did I say? Shit. I said something along the lines of the one person said that the Snyder cut of shit, why am I forgetting the name of the movie? The Snyder cut of the last damn DC movie, Justice League. Jesus Christ. because there's a disagreement over which version of the Justice League was better. And they said like I incited or condoned violence because I said the one guy got punched in the face for saying the Snyder Cut of the Justice League wasn't better than the original. And I'm like, okay, you're gonna seriously like, and I refused to accept and to accept it and say they said I would get like a 2-week ban for us. Like, no, I'm not accepting that. Like you can't read that and tell that that's a farcical comment. And on top of that, it's a comment on a damn fight video on your stupid little platform. And I'm going to say the person I said the person deserved to get punched in the face for saying that the Snyder Cut of the Justice League wasn't better than the original. That's what it was. Because they're saying I condone violence by saying that the person deserved to get punched in the face over something that, that was clearly a joke. And I refused to accept the strike on it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I almost left the stadium foul. Anyway. So yeah, I refused to accept that. They let the appeals sit on my account for, it was like 4 or 5 months before they ended up dropping it. And I was like, oh, screw you. I'm not coming back to your shitty little platform. I'm done. I'm out. If that's what you're going to treat me for a farcical comment that I had to appeal twice because I'm like, no, there's no way someone reviewed this. And I even put this in like the appeal when I appealed it for a second time. I'm like, whatever human being is reading this, if you seriously think this is a serious comment, you need your brain examined. And like I literally typed something along those lines. But anyways, I haven't posted on Twitter since. Twitter can kick rocks. I hear they're under new management. Wonder how that's going. It broke my heart to see the new management fired all the top personnel right away. I shed many a tear. But yeah, that's why I am not on Twitter. Or why I quit Twitter. Oh, calm down, crowd. It's not a home run. God damn, this game was way more of an ass whipping than I thought it would be. Wonder how crazy Philly would be if the Phillies won this series. Well, it's funny you mention that because this brings up a point of contention I have with Philadelphia right now. After game 1, now granted, I was happy and excited and everything, but people were out on Broad Street in Center City like the damn series was over after game 1 was won last Friday night. And it's like, whoa, let's relax because like the air was filled of like, we beat them on their turf. Oh my God, these stupid cheaters, we beat them. Yeah. It's like, pump your brakes. There's a lot of baseball left here. There's a lot of baseball left after tonight. Like, I do not feel that comfortable with a 2-1 series lead. Like, there's still plenty. I'll feel a lot better if they win the next game and they go up 3-1. Then I'll be like, okay, I feel good. I do not like Houston's chances of winning 3 games in a row over this Phillies team. I feel good about that. But shit can still happen. I'm just saying that I'll feel good about it. I feel a lot better with a 2-1 series lead. I don't feel comfortable with it. Because I've seen this team lose consecutively a lot, and it scares me this season. But I know they're playing a whole different tempo and species of animal right now this postseason. It's just mind-blowing. Like someone in the comments of the video I made about the Phillies going to the World Series said how both Philadelphia and Milwaukee in the final month of play, both teams had multiple 5-game losing streaks. And they were battling for the last wild card spot, both those teams. It's like I said, Philly made the playoffs because they sucked a little less than Milwaukee. Like, that's a true statement. Philadelphia sucked going into the playoffs. They barely made it in. They had a 7-game lead over Milwaukee that shrunk down to 1 game when the season was over. That's why it's just mind-blowing what they're doing now. They haven't lost a game at home yet in the playoffs. They haven't lost more than 1 game in a series yet. Like, just like, how? Like, along with magnets, how is this happening? How does this work? You do know Philadelphia makes kick-ass cream cheese. We all love our cream cheese here in Philadelphia. Miracle. Yeah. Miracle, I know you make some whips. It's the best I got. Sorry. Is it true that Philadelphia is the state of brotherly love? They'd be incorrect. It's a city. Come on. So that's the special ingredient. Cars on fire. You see, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a lot more subdued because the Eagles winning the Super Bowl, though there was some like acts of tomfoolery going on, I thought it was way less than what I thought was actually going to happen in the city. Like, I thought there was going to be buildings falling and Godzilla coming out of the earth type shit abound, but I mean, there was really just like a few disturbances not really worth noting. Look at those losers. Oh, Astros fans, you amuse me. This is so bizarre. Like, the Phillies are such a big thing right now over an undefeated Eagles team. Like, I mean, they're both equally getting a lot of publicity right now, but it's just crazy that two things are so hyper red hot. Like, this Phillies team is arguably the hottest team in all the playoffs, even over the Astros. Not like the Astros. I know they were undefeated coming into the World Series, but it's like taking the Mariners to 19 innings and having a one run win here and there. Like, Phillies have been 6+ runs in a bunch of games so far in this postseason. What was the Altuve? Boy, if he isn't my favorite Astro, I don't know who is. Oh boy, I just hope my team isn't the one that lets this squad get an official World Series. It's the thing that haunts me about this. Astros in 5. Okay, well, that's going to be a little bit tough to do unless the Astros plan on having an 8-run 9th inning. It's going to be very hard for the Astros to win this in 5. The Phillies may win the World Series, but they didn't win 100 games like the Mets. So, okay. What's my Thursday Night Football analysis? That the Eagles are going to make that Pittsburgh game look like, I don't know, the Super Bowl 52 in comparison. Yeah, I can't imagine that the Eagles look less impressive than what they did against the Steelers. Actually, no, I'm curious. I never even looked up the line on that game yet. The Steelers was 11 point. Let's see. 14. Oof. Eagles are favored by 14. Bills are favored by 12 over the Jets. That's an out. Walk your little ass back to the locker room. Altuve. Dugout. I know it's called a dugout. Shut up. Blech. Philadelphia Union. There we go. Headed to the MLS Championship. I don't know. It's crazier, the fact that the Phillies haven't been in the World Series since 2009, or the fact that 2009 was the last time the Yankees won a World Series. Because that's just like such a common thing to happen throughout my life that they haven't won in so freaking long. Hell, they haven't been to one since 2009. Shit. How about the Browns destroying the Bengals? I was shocked. I'm not. There's no Jamar Chase on the field. Joe Burrow can't do shit without him. Does anybody actually want the Astros to win other than Astro fans? No. I mean, other than someone that came into the sport new and don't understand what they did in 2017, no. I doubt that. How do you compare the Vet to the Link and Citizens? It's sorry, as I'm chewing skin off my fingers. The Vet is where I have a lot of my childhood memories, like the first time I saw football and baseball games. So it's hard to compare. So there's so much more nostalgia there. Just like with the Spectrum compared to the First Union Center, the Wachovia Center, and the other 500 names that the centers had. It's now the Wells Fargo Center, I think. No, it is. Yeah, there's just something about the Vet. The Vet was just, it was usually cheap to get into for a baseball game because the Phillies sucked most of my childhood life, and it's just a great place to go with friends. Just to get a $5 ticket for the night, hang out, go on Dollar Dog Night or something, eat hot dogs, and then vomit over the top of the building. Like, you could literally, at the Vet, if you went up on the very top row of the 700, you could literally vomit out of the top of the stadium, and many people have. Like, you could literally look out and see the ground. If you had an enemy, you could just toss them out. Oh, come on. Don't prolong this. Just get this done with. I was a Browns fan. I was shocked. No Denzel Ward. Njoku. But yes, Chase being out helps, but I'll take it. Yep. Bought a cheesesteak today for good luck for the Fighting Phils, and it seems to be working well so far. Oh God, please don't remind me of the Yankees' hardships for the last decade. How do you rank your fandom of Phillies teams? Eagles above all else, Sixers, Phillies, Flyers. Like, I'll root for the Flyers if they're doing good. I don't give a damn about hockey anymore. Just sport does nothing for me anymore. It's a shame because I used to be big into it when I was a kid and a teenager, but now it's just like, I don't know. Something just irks me about the sport. Do I smoke the devil's lettuce? Never, ever. Still can't wait for still call it the First Union Center. Yeah, that was the best. That was the best name for it because First Union obviously abbreviates to the FU Center. Like, that's probably the best name any sporting venue ever had. I mean, come on, the FU Center. That's just golden. That shit's from God, my boy. Playoff hockey is hype, though. Only time I watch. Yeah, playoff hockey, I will admit, is very exciting. But, yeah, if I can't get in the regular season, I can't just get into the playoffs. Do I take uppers? No. Yankees and hardships is an oxymoron. It's going to break my heart when Why am I forgetting his name on the Yankees? Jesus Christ. I'm tired of shit, guys. Oh no. I don't know why I thought that ball was hit deeper. Damn, Marsh. Yeah, why Aaron Judge? It's gonna break my heart when Judge leaves the pinstripes and goes to. I hope he goes to Tampa. Someone made a good video. It was actually recommended to me by YouTube. It was good looking out by the YouTube algorithm, saying how the Tampa Bay Rays are the biggest embarrassment to Major League Baseball in that they have, I forget since what year. Everyone knows they consistently make the playoffs. But if you take their win-loss record for the past, I want to say going back even before the Phillies, because they played the Phillies in the World Series in 2008. So I think it was at least back to then. Since 2008, they have, I think it's like the third best record in all of baseball as far as wins and losses goes, like third or fourth. And they have the third worst attendance in all of baseball. Because people just don't go to watch them play. Like it's like a complete flip of what it should be. Like they have consistently, and they consistently get in the playoffs, and they'll have really good seasons as well, like a high 90s, low 100 type win seasons. But yet, no one gives a shit about watching them play. Like I mean, again, if I lived in Tampa, I'd have better things to do. But the fact that the Marlins, now, granted, the Marlins have won in this century a World Series, so you could say they get a bit more shine. Like they barely have, because I want to say the Marlins finished just under them as far as average fan attendance. But it's like, when's the last time you've seen the Marlins even in the playoffs? You see Tampa Bay, they're damn near every single season. And explain it just makes the sport look bad that you have a team that is very competitive, and why is it even in a market where they don't give a shit about them? That's what I'll never understand, man. Like that's why it annoyed me when the Phillies are playing Tampa in the World Series. I'm like, oh my God. If this team that no one cares to see loses to that squad, like that just pissed me off. Kind of like how it's going to piss me off if the Phillies end up losing to the Astros. Anyways, I'm trying to find the name of that video. Give it a recommend. I'll post a link for it. Jeez, I think what's a look up? Yeah, I tried to look. I can't find it. God, I forget what it's called. I forget the guy that uploaded it. Oh, here it is. This is a disgrace to baseball, it's called. I'll share the link in the chat. Any of you baseball fans want to check it out, then do it. Oh, come on. There you go. That's the video anyways. Do you hope to visit the ultimate baseball cathedral, aka Tropicana Field, before they move away? That's the thing too. They talked about them moving as well. I want to say they talked about them moving to a different part of Florida. All right, anyways, I'm back. Sorry. Talking with people about the game. I'm getting tired of people saying the Eagles aren't legit because they haven't faced a real team. It's like, bro, half the league is playing like shit. The easiest answer to that is say, who are the Vikings beating right now? And then what did the Eagles do to the Vikings? Who are the Cowboys beating right now? And who do the Eagles do? What do the Eagles do to the Cowboys? Like, I don't want to hear like, oh, they had the backup quarterback or anything. Like the Cowboys have a menacing defense. Like, yeah, okay, they didn't exactly look stellar against Chicago, but woo, that was lucky. And I get that because there's 2 seasons ago where the Steelers, they went like, it was like 11-0, I want to say, to start the season, but they played like just complete trash teams. You know, it is what it is. You play the teams on your schedule, but it's like how they look as well. It's not like that Steelers team. Everyone was like, Ben Roethlisberger is a legit MVP candidate this year. No, people are saying that about the Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts. You know, people weren't saying like, oh, the Steelers are a front runner over the Chiefs to make it to the Super Bowl. It's like, no one said that 2 years ago. Not one person, unless you're a delusional Steelers fan. But I mean, like, if you just got to go by the eye test. You got to go by the eye test, and you look at how well balanced the Eagles are. You just ask someone, okay, name what the Eagles' weakness is. You tell people to say that. Like, you might say middle linebacker. Okay, how are their corners? Top tier. How are their safeties? Top tier. How's their defensive line? Top tier. How are their wide receivers? Top tier. How's their offensive line? Top tier. How's their quarterback? Top tier. Okay. Say the Eagles aren't legit. People can eat a dick. I said, you have to go by the eye test. You look at that Steelers team from 2 years ago. You weren't saying the quarterback's top tier. You weren't saying the defensive line was top tier. Anyways, that's why the Eagles are legit. Now watch them get their shit pushed in against the Texans. Giants are going to finish 7-10, though. I would not be shocked. Like I said earlier on in this video, I think the Giants are the biggest fraud in the NFL thus far as like the hype of what their record looks like. Like, they are what the Steelers were 2 years ago. The Eagles aren't necessarily lucky, though. They're playing hard. Exactly. Chiefs will win the Super Bowl. They very well may. It wouldn't surprise me. By the way, did you see Andy Reid's son got 3 years in jail for basically crippling a little girl for the rest of her life? That's good. That's wonderful. That's justice served. Whew. Let's take it to the 9th, guys. Well, Philly still got a bat in the 8th, but as long as Buffalo chokes, I'm good. I don't know if they're going to choke this year. I don't know. Those of you who don't know, my preseason prediction was Buffalo and Dallas in the Super Bowl. Yes, I picked the Dallas Cowboys to be in the Super Bowl. Let's hope I am tremendously wrong about that. You do like Joe Burrow. His O-line sucks. I know. And they did so much shit in the offseason to correct that O-line, and it is still shit. What's the best candy bar? You know, I love Reese's peanut butter cups. I know it's not a candy bar, but why can't it must be like a shelf life thing or something, but why can't they make Reese's peanut butter cups, or just anyone make a chocolate peanut butter cup that has actual peanut butter in it? Like, I know, like, they'll say like made with like real peanut butter or something like that, like Reese's will say, but like, when is your peanut butter ever that dry, brittle shit that whatever that is inside a Reese's peanut butter cup? Like, put actual peanut butter in there. Like, is that impossible to do? Does the process like cause nuclear reactions to happen if you try and do that? Like, shit. Now, I am all about peanut butter and chocolate together. Any peanut butter and chocolate together is good. Like a Hershey bar with chocolate spread on top of it is amazing. You could put a cup of battery acid over chocolate and peanut butter and it would still be amazing. This is the only time I've actually cared about baseball. Very good. I'm glad I could share this moment with you. Teams that jump out to long undefeated streaks hardly ever win the Super Bowl in the end. That's the thing. I mean, there's cases that go both ways. Okay. Well, I was gonna say the Eagles technically had a before Super Bowl 52. Yeah, they had like a 9 or 10 win streak, but they didn't jump out to it because they lost to the Chiefs early on in that season. I don't like Reese's Pieces as much as just straight Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Reese's Sticks are good. Like the Saints a couple of years ago. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Or the Steelers that I was just talking about. Is it just me, or do the Reese's Cups taste different? Do some Reese's Cups taste different than others? No, I've never really noticed a difference. Imagine this year, it's Eagles versus Bills. I could see the tailgates now between Bills and Eagles fans. I could see a bunch of broken tables in the Bills tailgate section. All right, Bryce is at bat. We all need to concentrate. God himself, no offense to the God in the chat room, but the baseball God himself is at bat. We need to focus. This is his last at bat of the evening, barring a miraculous comeback by the Houston Astros here. Oh my God. The only thing that's going to bug me now is if the Astros get some sort of run and break up the shutout. That would honestly piss me off a little bit. Not going to lie. Come on. I just want to see Bryce do a little bit something more. Phone, what are you doing? All right, I have a feeling Bryce Harper is going to strike out here. Not going to lie. NGL. By the way, I'm amazed that the algorithm hasn't detected that Kill Bill song or the Rocky theme and pulled this from the copyright. Well, he didn't strike out. Okay. So much for your godlike powers, Bryce. Broncos started 13-0, John Elway's last year, and won the Super Bowl. Yeah, there's examples that go both ways. This is my first year watching football extensively. Have a lot to learn, but as a casual Philly fan since I was a kid, what a year to start watching. There you go. Welcome to the bus. Detroit Lions will be champs. Okay. Yeah, I can't believe that was the first play of the game. Nick Castellanos doing that dive in the outfield. Hey, get yourself another hit tonight, Castellanos. Let's go 2 for 4. Come on, man. Oh, that's a good cut. An amazing hit streak from the Phillies. He had laser focus. The only Philadelphia sports team I ever cared for is the Eagles. Other than that, I'm a fan of Texas sports teams. The NHL, okay, and NBA, okay. I almost erupted on camera. It's weird being an Eagles fan in Texas, I can imagine. Not to sound too gay, but I love you, Arch. Mad respect. Thank you, Miracle. I love you too, and I mean that in a totally gay way, and there's nothing wrong with that. How many MLB stadiums have I been to? 3. Only 3. trying to think if I saw anything else. Because I've lived in so many states. I'm trying to see. I've actually been to baseball game. No. Yeah, the only stadium outside of Pennsylvania I've been to was Jacobs Field in Cleveland. Yeah, so just 3. Nick Foles. Okay. Is our random Nick Foles comment of the evening? Oh, you're saying he looks like Nick Foles. The Eagles' offensive coordinator looks like Nick Foles, too. So apparently he coaches football and plays baseball. At least I'm assuming you think Bohm looks like Nick Foles with long hair. I don't know. I think he kind of does. I don't know if that's what you're getting at. Whatever. Oh my gosh. Archfiend is so tired. And Archfiend's going to get such little sleep this week when Mommy Fiend has the baby. Has Archfiend ever been to St. Louis? I've never been to the state of Missouri. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. I don't know why, but the random Nick Foles comment just made me laugh. Yeah, I know. It did just come out of nowhere, but anyway. Donovan McNabb is what should have been Patrick McHolmes, because that's his name. Patrick Mahomes when Andy Reid was an Eagles coach. Do you think he was a great quarterback or just a mid-level one? Bid Dick Nick. I thought Donovan McNabb was an elite level quarterback when he played. I just wish he never got so caught up on, I don't want to be the running quarterback type thing when he could kill people with his legs as well as his arm. And the way I look at it is I call him an elite level quarterback because he did so much with straight up trash at the wide receiver position. Like a lot of his career was Todd Stinkston and James Trash. Like Macklin and Deshaun didn't come on till like the last 2-3 seasons in Philly for him. So I mean, he had one season with T.O. and T.O. got hurt near the end of the season, and he still kept up the same pace going into the Super Bowl against the Patriots. I mean, you can't be a sub-elite quarterback and have as much playoff success as McNabb had. I mean, you could say like, well, look at Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco had incredible playoff success. He had 5. Joe Flacco had 5 seasons in a row where he won at least one playoff game each of those seasons. And it's like, well, then is Joe Flacco elite? Which the answer is, of course, yes. He's always been elite, but I understand the hate that McNabb gets. I always thought that he was more near the elite end than the mid end, but that's just me. Do I think he'll get into the Hall of Fame? Probably not. Probably not. That's going to be a no from Archfiend. Not as bad as 28-3. Did you hear Angelo's Pizzeria refused to cater for the Astros? Good for them. Imagine being a Falcons fan. Basically, if I was a fan of the Falcons growing up, I'd be a former Falcons fan. After what happens with 28-3, I'd be like, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it anymore. Like it's just not in the destiny. It's not in the cards. That's my way of destiny. What happened with 28-3 is Destiny's way of saying, stop rooting for this team. They are not giving you the ultimate prize. Go root for the nearest team, the Panthers, I guess, or the Jaguars. I'd rather root for the Jaguars than the Falcons at that point. honestly. If I had to sit through 28-3 in the Super Bowl, I could just imagine all the text. I'd be all whole night texting people like, "Oh my God, we're going to do it! We're going to do it! Well, what part of downtown Atlanta are we going to see the parade at?" I mean, that's got to be the biggest choke job in sports history. I mean, some would say the Red Sox overcoming a 3-0 deficit against the Yankees is up there too in 2003. That was, yes. 2 outs to go. Oh my gosh. I'm still going to be bugged if the Astros get 1 run here. Tom Brady deflated his balls to win, though. That's why it happened. That's true. I've always noticed that the Eagles quarterbacks always tend to be dual threat. Cunningham, McNabb, Vic, Hurts. All those quarterbacks tend to be the best under the Eagles system. I'd argue you saw the best quarterback out of and I was gonna say you should actually include Wentz in there, because I think that was the best run the quarterbacks ever had that season. Like, none of those quarterbacks were ever MVP as an Eagle. If Wentz finishes that season, he's league MVP. Like let's keep it 100 here. Carson Wentz would be MVP in 2017 had he not gotten hurt. And I'd consider him at that time, especially a dual threat. But yeah, it is weird. Like, there's no real like, oh, he's just a straight pocket passer quarterback. Like, you could say that about Nick Foles, but he was never really a starter. He was never hired here to be a starter. He was never sought after to be a starter for this team. Both times that he had success here under Chip Kelly and under Doug was kind of by accident that he started. Wentz, sadly, is just injury prone. Yeah, I don't know if you heard earlier, but I said how I don't think we'll see Wentz start another football game in the NFL. I think the best case scenario is he gets hired as some sort of backup role. I don't know who would take a chance on him being their starting quarterback at this point. Because like I said, how you got the Colts giving up on someone like Matty Ice already. What? You could tell me someone's going to take a chance on Wentz after this? Like, he's done. He's done. Arch, I remember you doing a video about the Burlington Center Mall and recently went by there to see it totally gone. Yeah, it's been gone for a while. They took the elephant out of that mall, and I want to say it's down in Burlington City. Or no, it got sent to like a museum or something. If you remember the elephant waterfall that had the boy sitting on the elephant's back and the water came out of the trunk. Yeah, it got put to a museum or something. That was like one of the more memorable things from that mall. Oh, no need to try and beam the cheaters. God, is this seriously going to end in a 7-0 blowout shutout? Like, damn, Houston, we have a problem. Has that been said yet in this series? Oops. I knew that Super Bowl run when Foles won that was the starting point of troubles. Yep. Franklin Mills is headed the same way, I feel. Well, Franklin Mills is headed the way of like the best place to get like shot, mugged, or whatever. I used to play street hockey over at is it the Woodhaven complex? It's right in front, or I guess depending on your perspective, the opposite side of 95 of the Franklin Mills Mall. There's a sporting center, sports. It's a double arena It has 2 different hockey rinks in it. I played a couple seasons of street hockey in there. Yeah, I want to say it was called the Woodhaven Center. Anyway, crazy thing is that's your neighborhood. Sorry to hear that. Baker is the result of a quarterback playing for a team that isn't known for developing quarterbacks. Been a while. Is the Neshaminy Mall still standing? Yeah, the Neshaminy Mall still standing. I actually went, not to Neshaminy Mall, but there's a place, Fritz's Bakery. It's right across the street from the Neshaminy Mall. I went there to get, and my wife had to take some stuff into work, some like cinnamon bun type stuff for our breakfast at work, and I went over there to get some of that. At 6 friggin' a.m. in the morning. Had to take the turnpike to get there. The things you'll do for a pregnant wife, guys, I'll tell you. I don't think Baker would have been terrible if he didn't play for Cleveland. That's crazy. Like, I can just like we talk about like in Philly, like, man, it's been tough since the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. There's a lot of years of struggling and Wentz getting injured all the time and whatnot. And good night, Houston. 7-0. 1 touchdown was all the Phillies needed. God damn. I totally forget about what I was talking about before this. But anyway, I can't believe that what just happened tonight. Like, this is just unreal. All right, Phillies made the statement, but man, you got to follow up just as hot tomorrow night. Got to follow up just as hot tomorrow night. It's the first time the Astros have been shut out this whole postseason. The first time they've lost 2 games. They haven't lost a single game in a series before. Like, you got all this momentum going. Don't give it up early. Because that was what the problem with game 2 was, is, man, you just got hit right off the bat. Right off the bat. They were just giving up hits like crazy. Oh, look at the white boy slam dunking. Let's go. What a game. You're welcome, America. I know America is rooting for the Phillies. Put them out of their misery. It's hard to be a Browns fan. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Like, oh yeah, my friend just pointed out 7-0, just like the Eagles. Ah. I didn't even put that together until you mentioned that. 7-0, just like the Eagles. Oh, God speaking. I'm sorry. Hello, God. I still can't believe this. I can't believe they're up 2-1 over the Astros in the friggin' World Series. Shit. Oh my God, guys. It's a sign, 7-0. The Flyers are still in the NHL. I know they won like their first 3 games, but other than that, I don't know much about them. Verlander back tomorrow. Probably. It should list the starters already. Let me look that up real quick. Let's see. Tomorrow has Javier versus Nola. Okay. All right, I can deal with that. See, Nola had a good first game. the first game against the Braves because he didn't pitch in the. Or did he pitch? No, he didn't pitch in the Cardinals. Whatever. It's too late. I can't think. I'm done thinking. It's in my blood, I guess, and I like to torture myself. Is it too early to blast the 76ers song? No, but we blasted the Kill Bill song and the Rocky song earlier tonight, which is why this video will be taken down by tomorrow morning due to copyright claims. Yeah, I feel for the Browns and the Lions fans. Like, it's I'm trying to think what decade it was the last time the Browns won a playoff game. Anyway, guys, Archfiend needs to get to bed. He's gonna have a screaming baby here before we know it. Probably tomorrow, so probably won't be able to sleep much tomorrow. Yeah, glad you were here before the video went away forever. The 1660s wasn't it? But yeah. Anyways, good night, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Go Phils. Probably won't do a live show tomorrow. My wife will probably be giving birth tomorrow, hopefully. Anyways, guys, much love. Thank you. I appreciate you. That is all.